For the Lagos State government, the education of its students in public and private schools across the state is of top priority. Little wonder the government, through its Ministry of Education, headed by Mrs. Olayinka Oladunjoye, has been leaving no stone unturned in ensuring that education achieves an enviable height in the state. One of such efforts is the organization of seminars for principals and teachers of private schools in Lagos State. Recently, a one-day seminar was organized with the theme Enhancing Child Learning, Promoting Effective Participation in the Classrooms. In her remarks at the seminar, the Director, Department of Private Education and Special Programs, Mrs. Sewanu Amosu, enlightened the proprietors and proprietresses present at the seminar on how they can manage their schools effectively.
School owners, heads of schools, principals, head teachers, senior teachers, to please monitor activities going on in the school. We don't want to have a case of rape anymore. Now that we are sensitized and warning, any school that comes up probably will have to be sanctioned because you have to be on your toes. Please don't entrust children in nursery school especially to people who have no training or nursery classes. One, people who have not matured. They don't even know what it is to have a baby or to look after a baby. And please avoid putting male teachers in the junior primary school, nursery school.
Thereafter, the seminar began with the Assistant Director, Ministry of Education, Dr. Mrs. Christiana Shofolahon, taking the first lecture.
When we talk about learning, we look at stages of development. What are the innate qualities that we have to build on as teachers? Learners generally have experience. They have some knowledge that must be built upon. They are not dumb. So we have to bear that in mind, that our learners have these innate qualities.
Other guest lecturers also took turns in educating the participants present.
It is just by accident or by sudden shock and a cell begins to malfunction. I don't want to use the word rupture. It may affect the learning curve of that individual. But you as a teacher may not even know anything about the history of that child. I'm not even this child is about 6 or 7 years in your class. All you can see is a child that is 7 years old, waiting to learn. But in actual sense, it's looking at you, but no learning is what is taking place. Because a particular part of the brain is not functioning well.
In your class, where the teacher's focus is only on a particular set of learners, there will be so many excluded learners. When you see a child who is sleeping, it is not as if he is not interested in what you are teaching. It is that what you are teaching is not appealing to him. It's not getting to his sense. And for us to improve children's learning, we must be able to appeal to all learners.
There was also a question and answer session.
How can we help a child that cannot cope in a math learning?
There are various learning strategies and learning techniques that we as teachers can adopt. If we apply one and it's not helping the learning, switch to another one until you get the one that is applicable to that learning.
In a situation whereby the mindset of a learner is so weak, how can a teacher help such child in developing the learning habit in him or her?
I want us to get a back of our mind that the failure of every one of these little ones is our failure. So we must endeavor to look for a way to assist them, to help them, and to give them ask, as you mentioned those drugs, can teachers recommend it?
Please don't. I say again what? I'm here to let you know this because some of these drugs, they enhance memory, and some of them being wrongly used can also lead to a lot of condition. And that is true. It just creates itself immediately. So it is better administered at the discretion of the medical personnel.
Can we use cake as a promoter or as something that can aid learning as well?
When you teach them appropriately, the need for cake is not even there because cake is destructive. And let me also warn you, there is a law in place now on child rights. If you kill a child and you are arrested, God will help you.
We have this learner who can do something, but what he can do does not qualify him to move to the next level. What can we do to such a child?
Until his mental age is developed enough to cope with the requirements of that class, he will not leave that class. So I think what we need to go back to tell our proprietors is that we must be very careful in screening before we admit.
In an interview with Education Report on TV, some of the participants gave kudos to the Lagos State government for a job well done while stating the knowledge gained.
Coming here, I found out that Lagos State has really done a very tremendous job in the education sector. For me to come here and see that the government officials and the private school owners work hand in hand, because at the end of the day, the end result is for the children, the improvement of every child. So I'm really, really impressed, and I would want to take it back to Port Harcourt and see how we'll be able to achieve what I see here.
I've been taught that the techniques that I can use to be able to reach out to children of different abilities, and also I've been able to realize that all the children in the class, they learn differently. So for that reason, this seminar has been able to empower me so that by the time I get back to my school, I will also be able to assist other teachers that are not here, so that we'll be able to better the lives of the children.
I gain a lot of it now, that when I reach school, I will gather my teachers, I will train them the way they are going to do. The way they are doing some people in the class, I have realized that the way they are doing is not good, but through what I learn here now, I will go and train them, they will change. So I like, if the organization can continue, I will be able to like it, and I support them.
The project director, Lagos Schools Online, Mr. Durotimi Adeboye, emphasized the importance of the seminar.
As always, we are very thankful to the Honorable Commissioner for Education, the Permanent Secretary, Minister of Education, all the senior officials who have over the years supported us in delivering this quality continuous professional assessment for the benefit of private education providers in Lagos State. We just have to render it as such because the Ministry of Education is decided to support the work of private education providers who, as the Honorable Commissioner has said for the umpteenth time, that they are also on their own part doing the work of the Ministry of Education. So it's always good to be a part of a momentum that is rewarding and useful to society. The quality professional development that we deliver, enhances the skill level and knowledge base of these teachers, and they go back to their classroom, able to teach the children better, raise attainment in education, raise quality and standard.
Indeed, for the participants, the knowledge acquired at the one-day seminar is very valuable, and this will help them in running their schools effectively while giving topmost consideration to the education of the students. This is to inform the general public, parents, guardians, head teachers, proprietors of primary schools that Lagos State screening test for admission of primary 6 pupils into junior secondary schools in model colleges, upgraded junior secondary schools with boarding facilities for year 2014-2015 academic session is slated to hold on Saturday the 3rd of May 2014 at the designated centers. For further information, please visit our website www.lagosexamsboard.net or send a mail to examsboard@yahoo.com, or please call 080-235-48336. Announcer, the Lagos State Examinations Board.
Global Education Media presents Education Report on TV, the television program that promotes educational events and activities across the country for parents, students, practitioners in educational fields across categories, corporate organizations with products and services that appeal to the youths, government officials, particularly those saddled with the responsibility of managing education, and the general public. It also covers programs and activities in the educational sector, such as awards and opening ceremonies, school into-house sports, collaborative engagement with NGOs, as well as corporate organizations, plus vocational and technical education, institution for people with special education needs, individual contribution towards the growth and development of education while celebrating success in the educational sector at all levels. For sponsorship and advert placement, please contact 0803-323-2771 or 0812-120-1359. Education Report on TV, promoting excellence in education on television nationwide.